Greetings everyone, my name is Zetterville, and welcome back to my live Let's Play of Mega Man vs. YouTube. During the last episode, I completed the intro stage and defeated the first 4 YouTubers. So, I'll be going after this YouTuber next, whose name is Markiplier. That mugshot of him looks terrible though. It looks like he has cupcake frosting all over him. So welcome to the stream, Philip, Jedok, Buster, Leonardo, and all the lurkers. Sadly for this stream, I'll only be able to stream to both YouTube and Twitch. Mixer is not working today. It doesn't look like a pink mustache to me, it looks more like cupcake frosting. Spike's kinda camouflaged with the background, unless the moon is behind it. Today's games on stream are gonna be interesting. Oh, and trust me, Hearted Tree, after I play the second game, it'll be a breath of fresh air. The water's transparent so we can see the background, and I forgot there were spikes up there. That was my bad. Now, if it was less transparent, I think it'd be better. Right now, it kinda more looks like glass than water. Oh yeah, I forgot to showcase the new weapon I got. The Winter Sparkle. So it's kinda like a remote mine because I can influence its direction. And I have plenty of ammo for it. 4 uses per ammo bar. Last time I did Dan TDM, Lulu Love Socks, Alf Mao, and Mario Obsessed. Not in that order though. This is kind of weak, but it's best to use this against enemies who are in hard to reach locations. Kind of a jerkish enemy placement to be honest, because you can accidentally get knocked into the pit rather easily. About as good as Hearted 1, I'd say. It fixed several problems with Hearted 1, but introduced its own ones. For instance, all the pauses every time a new music track played, which really wrecked the flow of the game. See what I mean about knockback? I should have just used the ranged weapon there. Good thing the checkpoint is right over here. This is where Winter Sparkle is actually useful. There is a Mega Man vs. YouTube 2 in development. Let's see what tricks Markiplier has up his sleeves. I suppose this was the tower stage of the game. Hard knuckle? Are you just gonna run back and forth like that? I guess so. You should have had at least one more attack or movement pattern. And by defeating him we get the Dwarf's Dash Punch. I guess that's a reference. I'll just call it the Hard Knuckle, or the Pink Hard Knuckle. Bottom right it is. Cheng Kitsune. Oh, I remember Cheng. Also, welcome to the stream, Kroby. Though unlike Tengu Man, a lot less brutal currently. Oh, I love that weapon, the Dash Star. Barely focuses on dashing, but heavily on the stars. It's like a mini screen clearing weapon. I can't change its trajectory though. I guess that's a fan then. Oh no. I see what you meant, Buster. Get me back up, please. Welp, I guess I was supposed to jump off. I thought I could outrun it. Sadly, unlike Mega Man Overpowered, extra lives do not respawn. But Dash Star does feel quite overpowered, even going by this game's standards. It's essentially a mini screen clearing weapon, and it doesn't require that much ammo. But I'm liking that the game is actually posing some challenge to me. I just kind of wished I was introduced in a safer environment first, not immediately next to pits. Will that gimmick be used again in this level? The Dash Star doesn't overshadow everything else. There's stuff like the T-Saber, but I see what you mean. No wind ever past this point, even during a fortress level. I'm going to assume that this game actually has two different fortresses. I'm gonna end up dying here at least once. I know it. Safety strats. And that's actually the end. I thought there'd be one more section. Markiplier stage felt longer than this one. Then again, that may be also because of how much I died. Is it just me or is the sun scrolling off into the distance? Scrolling up. Only one fortress I see. Let's see what Cheng's tactics are. He's pulling me in, but honestly, this boss arena works better for me than for him. Why is he not pulling me to the left now? I found a boss exploit. Even easier than Airman. He didn't even pull me to the left or try jumping to the right, so I had free reign to shoot him down. Once I found the exploit, this became the easiest boss in the entire game. And by defeating him I get the Pastel Cloud. Well, someone said the Minecraft girl, so let's go after her. Little Kelly. Wily War Scotsman's team is playing in the background. Sorry, my bad. Wily War Cutman's team is playing in the background. Should have done a slide jump there. Let's test out this weapon. It's not costing any energy. What is this dude in? Welcome to stream, Jaden. Glad you can make it. Currently going through Mega Man vs. YouTube. I have used the pink knuckle before, but I can't aim it up or down, so it's worse than the hard knuckle in that way. However, it doesn't freeze me in place like the hard knuckle does when I fire it, and it does fire faster. When does it use ammo? Okay, it always uses ammo, but it just has a lot of ammo. So normally it's basically just an infinite use rush jet. And if 25% of the ammo. It does sound very busted because it'll keep going to whichever direction you fired from until it hits an obstacle or a shielded enemy. As I said during the previous part, I really want extra lives more than extra E-tanks. It's funny how this game is more generous in terms of E-tanks rather than extra lives, when usually it's the reverse. Speed, aiming, and control, because with the rush jet, I can move it up and down. Another handy use of the W punch is that I can have up to 4 or 5 of them on screen at a time, unlike only one with the hard knuckle, but I still rather just use the saber. I guess we're entering her house. Suddenly waterfall. Very strong waterfall, in fact. Oh, I will remember it. I'm guessing it's gonna be in the fortress level. Probably an armor-piercing projectile weapon. Indeed, the cars could be toned down a bit. That looked like the waterfall. I'm not too sure about what avatar would represent me. Yes, it's going the other way now, even though the animation has not been reversed. I wish this gimmick was taken further, not just used once. If you see how I designed bosses in the Magmal series, in my Magmal levels, yeah, probably better for Fortress bosses. Let's see what her tactics are. A ground-based attacker. Attacks at regular intervals. That was easy. Not as easy as the previous boss, but still on the easier side. She really needed another attack or movement pattern. And by defeating her, I get Bubble Guard. She didn't use a shield at all, so... Last but not least is this character. Eden Crafty 127. Another Minecraft YouTuber? Or am I mixing them up with someone else? Let's try out the Bubble Guard. Sentient trees now, without faces. She never used this weapon, by the way. Also handy is that you don't use any weapon energy when you activate it, only when it destroys or gets destroyed by a foe. Doesn't even swap directions. Various YouTubers of various popularities. You clip right to the terrain there, tree. Oh wait a minute, it actually acts like the Star Crash in Mega Man Maker. It reduces my gravity. Alright, that's handy. I don't know, unlike the Leaf Shield, I can't fire it. It's more of a utility shield, to be honest. But that's okay. I doubt there's gonna be locations in the game where I can use it to its full potential, outside of boss rematches. That was more the case in Mega Man OP. Here at least they tweaked it a bit more. I will say that this feels a bit higher effort compared to Mega Man Overpowered. I'm also thankful to see that these never respawn. The flying shells, that is. Yeah, that's not really saying that much. Still, it's nice to see improvement. Let's see what tricks Eating Crafty has up his sleeves. So he's a shield-based user, I guess? I'm not wasting another life, I'm using an E-Tank right now. You can jump over that, but the projectile feels rather big. Probably isn't as big as it looks, but the shadows are making it harder to discern what the actual hitbox is. I will test to see if the bubble guard guards me against projectiles. And by defeating him, I get Pet Barrier, another shield. I like to fight all the bosses initially Buster only, then during rematches I will use weaknesses. Time to go through Hit's Fortress. Too much flashing there. Music from the TMNT arcade game? Now it's not Wily time, it's Hit time. Let's try the Head Barrier. So you activate it at any time with no ammo cost, but when it hits an enemy, it drains the ammo bar over time, until the enemy gets destroyed. It does protect me against projectiles, but only one volley at a time, so not the most useful. Yeah, hit the target. Again, knockback. Basically a frame rate shield, you're right. It also protects me against spikes, so it's effectively like the skull barrier too. I hope it's not mandatory later on. Give it more ammo, or if it required less ammo per hit. Although I'd say that almost all the weapons in general are better than the ones in Mega Man OP, the balancing is still off. See stuff like the Dash Star, Diamond Slasher, and Thunder Saber versus stuff like the W Punch and W Sparkle. At the very least it's a Fortress level, so I can't complain as much. I'm okay with force weapon usage in Fortress levels. Oh boy, this is going horribly. I don't have an armor-piercing weapon. I mistakenly called the Dash Star an armor-piercing weapon in the previous episode, but no, that's not the case. Knockback, my greatest enemy in the game. Well, in the previous stages, checkpoint placement was, I'd say, on point. Here, I'm not gonna say it's on point or off point yet until I get to the end of the stage. I may have ended up dying just before the checkpoint, and this stage isn't really that long either, so... Wait, I can cancel my knockback when using this at the correct time. Sure, let's go for it and hope I don't die this time. And just like with all the other music tracks, looping is broken. If there's one thing they could fix in the next game, it's the music looping. HTT. I don't know. If it does, it feels kinda shoddy. Remember, all the individual YouTuber stages didn't really have that many distinct gimmicks. Only a few YouTubers had them. So I'm not sure how much this Fortress can remix from those stages. And our first boss is Metal Man. Anything special about him? Nerfed Metal Man because he never varies his jump height, or changes the direction of the conveyor belt. Well, that was anticlimactic. The issue with Pikmin in this game, oof, the flashing. Please in the next game fix that, reduce the duration by at least a half or a third. As I was saying, the main issue I have with Pikmin in this game is more the knockback more than anything else. Beautiful. Everything deals a bit too much knockback in this game. You get knocked back too fast. It's not so much the amount of knockback, but how fast it is. This wasn't a problem during Mega Man OP, by the way, so it was a deliberate design change. Could have animated the lava a bit. The lava falls are animated. Hi, Gravity Beetle. More than the amount of trouble I expected, to be honest. Some of the stages are surprising me in terms of difficulty, and this stage was much shorter than the previous one. It was less than half the length. Heatman. Buster has been mentioning this is the best Heatman encounter ever. He actually has a very set pattern of firing those two, whatever those are, then dashing forwards and repeating. Yet it's not the easiest to dodge, so I'm okay with this pattern. This is not my favorite Heatman encounter, but this is understandable, and honestly, if all the YouTubers behaved more like this, I'd like their battles a lot more.